As you think about the development of a center facility, there are some different questions that come into mind. One would be, where would you go to find out about funding for building a facility or even making improvements on a building that you want to think about getting involved with? Check with the departments in your state that oversee child care. They should be able to direct you to any special programs that there may be to support child care facilities and improvements. When we talked about those different options for funding, maybe there's some type of a grant or something out there that's going to help you do this as well. Another option would be to call your state representative to find out about possible state initiatives, or your congressperson to find out about any federal initiatives out there. You may also go to a local bank and even apply for a traditional loan. So those are things to think about and different options that you have in regards to funding for building and making improvements. What about the architect you hire? How can you be sure that that architect is going to know about state's licensing requirements for child care facilities? You may have to realize that that person really might not understand those things at all. So you either want to look for some kind of an architect who has experience in building child care and education facilities, or someone that's going to be open and want to have and get the pertinent information about your state's licensing requirements, open to what you tell them and talk to them about in the discussions. If you come across to an architect that has too many of their own ideas that doesn't fit in with the licensing requirements and the different laws and things that you need to have, then you might want to talk to someone else. Have your architect speak to your licensing representative, as well as provide them with a copy of your licensing regulations that concern physical space and different aspects in regards to sanitation and safety. So those would be really important things to think about. And what about if you're in a building right now that you've already been working in a while and you find out that that building site no longer meets the program needs? Would it be better to relocate or to build a new facility or make improvements to the one that you're in? The decision whether to relocate or build or to make improvements will vary for different programs in different places and for different reasons. When building a new center, sometimes that seems like an ideal idea to some, but the costs involved may be too prohibitive in regards to this. You need to think about land, all the different pieces and aspects of that. On the other hand, while renovating the existing space is often, but not always, more economical, there's sometimes, in regards to that, can be more physical limitations on what can be done. So the best approach to take is to really consider what needs to be done to meet both the short-term and the long-term aspects of the program. What can be done to meet those needs in short-term and long-term ways? What are the costs involved with each options? And as you weigh these different options, really carefully think about and consider how it meets with the funding and the budget that you have within your program as well. So they're all different aspects and important to think about. Sometimes where you start out thinking about totally shifts and you come up with some different types of conclusions. So it's important to also keep your mind open so that you are available for anything that happens.